Hi, everyone. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in Southwest Suffolk County, which is on Long Island. And Omni serves the entire New York, New Jersey, Connecticut tri-state area. And this cold morning in the east should be a reminder that you might need rock salt come this winter when it comes to getting rid of snow and ice. And Omni is Long Island's largest provider of rock salt, and people come from all over to get it because they have the best prices anywhere. 631-756-1125 is the phone number. The website, omnitruevalue.com. So we're going to start off with the lows this morning. One of the things that happens when you get these sorts of air masses in the fall and even in the winter time, where some places radiate like mad and some places don't. So, for example, you have really a crazy quilt of low temperatures on Long Island in terms of ranges. Just as an example here, we've got 41 for Shirley Brookhaven Airport, 28 at West Hampton in the Pine Barrens, and 34 in East Hampton. Then go back to New York City at a low this morning of 45. Even when you work your way up through parts of northern New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania, yeah, it becomes a little more consistent once you move away from the warmer urban areas, but there's still a bit of a range. The Hudson Valley lows mostly this morning were in the upper, lower, and middle 30s, but even some places, for example, Catskill Center for some reason bottoms out at 40. You've got a stray 45 at Dwaynesburg. I mean, these numbers are kind of all over the place. New England also a little bit more consistent. Certainly the warmer urban centers and some of the warmer coastal areas generally avoided a frost or a freeze. The inland spots of the last couple of nights have gotten the frost and freezes. And you get down into Maryland and Virginia, you start to see more in the way of 20s, as this was one of those situations where the coldest air actually wound up going more to the south. On the satellite loop, except for the continuation of clouds and rain and in some cases snow showers around the Great Lakes, much of the nation experiencing some really nice weather. And the old cold front from a couple of days ago is way south. It's actually past southern Florida and moved on into the Florida Straits and the Gulf of Mexico. Usually when they get a cold front like this that's moved on through, it pretty much shuts down tropical storm development, at least in the Gulf of Mexico. Still have another 5.5 weeks of hurricane season to go, but at the moment it's quiet out there. Radar, still some leftover rain and snow showers across the lakes. This upper trough is finally going to start pulling out of the way. And looking ahead, the big question is the weekend is for Sunday, and that's because we have low pressure that's going to develop off the southeast coast and move northward up the coast, producing some rain. Notice it sharply cuts off when you go just to the west and inland areas. So it's mainly going to be confined to the coastal plain from Chesapeake Bay, the Delmarva Peninsula, New Jersey, the Hudson Valley, and particularly southern and southeastern New England that could wind up doing fairly well here with the rainfall continuing to dent their drought situation. What we have is the leftover piece of the upper trough. I discussed this yesterday and last night on the Joe and Joe Weather Show. Is dropping off the southeast coast, and we're getting a low that's going to develop there. Now, if that low were to sit off the southeast coast for a few days, it could possibly warm up into a tropical storm. I don't see that happening because the way the upper flow is, the system that you see coming into the west is actually acting as a lever and lifting this up to the northeast. So it's bringing rain up the coast on Sunday and then pushing it up into New England. You can see the perhaps what might be the first snowstorm for parts of the western plains, the northwestern plains, come Sunday night and Monday as a low comes out of the Pacific Northwest. So once this system is done here in the east, we're going to have a couple of days to wait before another cold front comes on through, and that probably doesn't occur until sometime later Wednesday night, or into Thursday. And there's actually even another low that develops offshore that moves northeastward with some rain. So beyond that, we'll get some cold air. So overall, as far as tomorrow is concerned, we're looking at nice weather pretty much. with sunshine. We should be back up above 60 in many locations from eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England. Saturday, definitely the better of the 2 weekend days with sunshine, maybe a little bit of morning low clouds and fog, especially in valley sections inland. Temperatures will be in the middle 60s. We'll probably see some clouds increase late in the day, and then we're going to get into some rain, I think, for Sunday. Weather in 5 is brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. Remember, it's all about rock salt going forward. 631-756-1125, the phone number, the website, omnitruevalue.com. We'll be on tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:30 Eastern. By the way, just to let you know, 2 weather apps that are out there, mine, and they're both mine, and you can download them for free. The Meteorologist Joe Chaffee Weather app, which is available on Google Play or on the App Store, and Angry Ben's Angry Weather app. That's my buddy Ben River, who helps me out with some of my stuff. That's also available on Google Play and now also available on the App Store. Finally, we got it onto the App Store for iPhones. So download today. It's free. Doesn't cost you a cent. See you tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show at 7:35 Eastern Time. 7:35 Eastern Time.